Good day, my comradicals in US and my fellow countrymen in Russia. Sergey is in good health and spirit. I have been following US political campaigning, both sides equally crazy. One side accuses other of waging war on women, while they pursue themselves a direct course of genocide against haters, sexual men. Personally, Sergey not care about others' sexual persuasions. Sergey, though, wonder, after seeing a number of gay pride parades, why there are no heterosexual men or women at the Rose Parade simulating sex acts like in the gay pride parades. Most odds that heterosexuals in US parades be so modest. Possibly explanation be there no amyl nitrate drugs dealers who live near enough to non-gay parades. Sergey just let his brain surf the wave of possibilities. As for the politician, I am very afraid of US politicians. Not because they badass, but because I'm BS phobic. And in that regard, they are terrifying. On to new or different subject. On to a Russian pantomime joke or two. Please, if you could, stop your pantomime from constantly going on The Tonight Show, and while performing a low-energy monologue, purses his lips and squints his eyes while doing bad imitation of Trump. This just makes every dog and cat in the house, all 33, simultaneously, viciously attack the television, and they attack any other of them who tries to get to the TV screen ahead of them. Each time this happens, I lose about 10% of them due to their severe woundings. I lose over 100 pets already. What is going on? Everyone, when your pet mime was on Saturday Night Live, his comedy only kills small birds in flight and rodents weighing less than 2 pounds, and occasionally cause autism in reptiles. Maybe I shouldn't complain. Maybe I had and continue to have too many pets. And maybe my pet mime, Jimmy's comedy, not that bad. It only kill off the old, weak, and mentally malnourished who watch him. He kinda like a version of electronic black gall-dang gonorrhea. I tell one more Russian pet mime joke. Please, if you could, stop your pet mime from sticking 2 20-pound bag of ice cubes up his colon and then using it as a portable ice chest at our league slow pitch baseball game. And I don't care if he's making a small fortune selling the coldest beer this side of the Mississippi and his pee-pee river. Yes, we have to bend the sport activity around to make Russian pet mime joke more Yank-centric for the telling, and slow pitch as a non-Russian existent concept. We slow pitch nothing. Now, I share with you in Russia and Yankee land. Remember, you a man in Russia and you want to travel, say to America, just giggle. Soon, as the Russian government hear about it, they send you with one-way ticket right to San Francisco, America. No charge. They give you just free warning. Do not try to come back. Sergey almost giggled. One time in US, when he tracking to kill Ivan Trustenhut, and Sergey see 3 Latin men kicking a man on ground in the groin severely. When Sergey get closer, he realized man on ground is not Ivan. What a dilemma. No Ivan to kill, and Sergey almost giggled. So, Sergey waited patiently until 3 Latin men finished beating down on ground man and paid each one $20 to kick Sergey in groin for nearly giggling. In Russia, every debt needs to be paid, even to self. Ooh, painful to remember and laugh at the same time. Sergey has run out of time. Comrades, we talk soon. Till then, I'll be back on YouTube in a couple of days. Goodbye for present.
Another thing you should not say is a celebrity on a national talk show that the female host and the female host thrust her very ample cleavage out at you and ask, what do you think of a woman who publicly behaves like she's extremely proud of her large, shapely breast? You shouldn't say, I think she's the human equivalent of a flesh colored neon sign saying hooter hump right here. Well, yeah, that would be a pretty neon sign like that would really grab some attention, especially if it was sitting right above some very nice Hooters on the freeway. Not to be confused with the Hooters restaurant. I don't know which one is more of a insult, Hooters or a Hooter sign, but in America you can have it all. Another thing you might not want to say is at the wedding of a mutual friend, your buddy extols the virtues of your mutual friend's bride. And then third, ask you to contribute a few tributes, of your own. Lock thy lips against, she's fabulous. You're right, she is absolutely fabulous. And stunning. She's stunning, yeah. Stunning. Even the mustache works. Incredible. Even incredible, the mustache works. While doing laundry at a laundromat, if you should accidentally expel gas, it's a common occurrence for men doing laundry. Don't say, sorry, just fluffing my shorts. Yeah, well, men in laundry think that's probably kind of funny, but women probably kick you in nutsack. Women doing laundry are not that sensitive to man's sense of humor. Trust me, I limp out of laundry many, many times before I figured that out. Hearing a health nut friend say, some people live to eat, some people eat to live. Don't respond, hey, dingle dingo dung fur brains. I eat because I'm hungry. Another thing you might not want to say is you are speaking to a former friend. Former. Well, you are holding up your two hands in a framing gesture with his head viewed in the middle. Don't be mean. Don't be mean and say, picture this: a asshole with your head wrapped tightly around it. If there's a hard image, or if that's a hard image for you to imagine, try holding a mirror up to your face. It will greatly clarify what I'm trying to get you to picture. Well, that's a mean thing to say. Well, I recall it being said to me quite a few times, now that I think of it. On the oft-belabored tragic death of the actress, beauty queen, Marilyn Monroe, I see a lot of her old movies on the old TV station. You can say, when I think what might have been if Marilyn were still alive, then I think I remember old movies, and I remember Betty Davis and her old age, and now there's a rationale for committing suicide before exiting middle age, if there ever was one. Next thing you shouldn't say, and this is it for those of you who are very religious, you want to pay attention to this. You meet God. Don't say, Almighty, isn't that a bit self-aggrandizing? And how about Supreme Being? It sounds like someone has placed himself at the top of the freaking food chain ladder. And say you say you're not a cannibal, and in fact you have no need whatsoever to eat at all, but that you could use a good bud pick such as myself. Feeding me that kind of bull makes me believe you're dining on some kind of something to give you such a bad case of intellectual flatulence. Boy, I think it's suggesting that God has brain farts or something. And then, of course, you know God's punishment's coming after making a smart remark like that. Oh. I see you're not wearing your glasses today, Mr. God. Another thing you shouldn't say in a mummified world is, if someone asks you, what question about yourself do you think God Almighty might ask you? Don't respond. He would indubitably ask me, did I make your pecker big enough to go along with those bowling ball-sized gonads? Yeah, that's what he would, first question out of his mouth would be that. But that doesn't mean you want to, try to engender such a response by, speaking stupid to God. You've got to speak intelligently to God. If you ever get the occasion and are fortunate enough to speak to Him before we're more likely going, since you're watching me, to, polar opposite of where God lives. In response to an overly aggrandized statement, don't say, it would be easier in this universe to find a clean restroom at a gas station owned by an Iranian, but not as impossible as finding one an Iranian who actually would know the difference between a clean restroom at a gas station or a not clean restroom at a gas station. And those of you who in Southern California who have been in the gas stations owned by the Iranians, I think you probably, I think you know I'm not being really mean, I'm being truthful. Another thing you shouldn't say in a mummified world is having been the one who spearheaded the office policy of not tolerating any offensive references to fellow office worker, you shouldn't say, I know he's my immediate superior, but he's still behaving like a holy moly crocodile piece of bloody horse poop. Yeah. You got to keep that kind of language, out of the office. When he gets out of work, then you grab him by the neck and then you say it to him. But you also have to let him know that if he fires you, you hunt him down like dog. Next thing you